Greetings once again, multiversal soul familia. Here we are back again, and this is going to be what energy will be in the collective orbit for the weekend. Beginning with what is coming in and being brought to light from the shadows of wisdom of the hidden realms. Let's go ahead and get started. One more shuffle, and we are going to bring in the palo over the charcoal, as well as a little bit of deep amber. So once that gets going good, it may get a little bit hazy in here. Here we go. Ooh. From Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. Energy from the shadows being brought to light for the weekend. All right, that's one full pass. We're going to take one from the environment of the collective at the bottom, and then the three we already have on the table. Okay, I can see the Diamond Dreamer hit first, and then Gaia's Garden, and then the Wise Woman of Wonderland, and in the environment, either seen or unbeknownst to the collective, we have the Hawk Prince out again. Within the last few days, we have seen this card and master number 11. So, you know what that means? We are going to ring the bell. We're going to do it now since it's on the table, although it won't be the first card that we interpret. This may be a good time to reduce the volume on your listening devices, and I'm going to count up to 3 and then ring the bell. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that tells me that we are in need of a bit more to clear any negative voltage that is lingering. So we're going to bring in a little bit of sage and Indian tobacco as well, and remove the palo from the heat. I don't really like to mix the palo with the sage. So the palo is officially off to the side for the moment. And here we go. We're going to look at the Diamond Dreamer first. And our conscious thinker over here is going to be our precious card holder. The Diamond Dreamer. Let's see what the message is coming from the shadows into the light from Wisdom of the Hidden Realms with the Diamond Dreamer. All right. When the Diamond Dreamer arrives, he represents the successful manifestation of the unseen into the material. which would be, in this case, the Hawk Prince coming from the environment, which is spirit communication and being called to pay attention. All right? Be sure you truly want what you think you desire, for this ally will commit to getting it for you. All manner of conditions will flow around you, as well as messages from Spirit will serve you to guide you towards achieving your heart's desires. If you want a house, you'll be led to it. If your priority is a new job, with the right continual steps, you will achieve this. If you desire a more harmonious relationship, the measures needed to create this will be obvious. In general, a project is finally paying off. Material gain and positive financial shifts may also be on the way. You will indeed see the tangible results of your ambition. The Diamond Dreamer also serves to guide you to the appropriate choices that the unseen is awakened to move mountains on your behalf. Positive communication is now possible in all of our relationships, beloveds. And when I say beloveds, it is not a scam. Let's make that clear. So, positive communication coming in within the next 48 hours. All right, we're going to zip right through these insights coming into fruition and coming into the light from Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. And up next we have fruition, abundance, reaping what we sow. So what we have been putting out there is what we will get back. Coming into fruition is standing out more than anything else, as it is synchronizing rather well with the first message and the beginning of this session. So, Gaia's Garden. What is it? Coming in from the shadows and the dark, coming into the light. Gaia's Garden. Gaia's Garden wants us to know that we have everything that we need to make our dreams come true. There is no shortage of anything. And you're constantly reminded of the law of supply. Gaia is the infinite spirit manifest in all tangible things. She represents the abundance of nature. When she comes to you as your ally, she invites you to partake of all the blessings of life. There will always be enough for everyone. Success comes to you from the fruits of your intentions, and all is well with the world as a result. This is also a sign to remind you to give thanks and maintain an attitude of humility and gratitude as your greatest good for now manifests for you. Gaia's gifts are sweeter when you share them with others. And if you're out there tearing down others with your words and your messages, you are basically pew-pewing yourself in the foot and blocking your own blessings. And I say this because the next card to come up is the Wise Woman of Wonderland and Integrity. When Integrity is low. Well, again, this is confirming blocking your own blessings. Don't shoot the messenger. I am just the messenger. The wise woman of Wonderland. Bringing integrity to thought, word, and deed. She lets you know that as long as you're in the flow of honesty and being true to your word, she keeps you under her protection and care. When she appears as your ally, she signals a time when honesty pays off, yielding greater dividends than you expected. And when you're out there being a nuance, you're also lying to yourself. You'll be thankful that you remained faithful and loyal to your path. She reminds you that compromise isn't always an option. Stay true to yourself first and foremost. Although it may appear that you could lose something as a result, you can never lose what is truly yours. And I've been hearing a lot lately. Let it go. Let them go. They aren't ready for this. Not everyone is in alignment with integrity. And this is an observation, beloveds, not a judgment. As we are being divinely guided to pay closer attention, not only to our surroundings, but also what we think about, speak about, and bring into fruition through conscious, subconscious, or unconscious reactions, responses, and actions. The Hawk Prince. Focusing more on these connections with the divine and focusing on higher ideals at this time. Pretty much all else in the environment besides the Hawk Prince has been merely a distraction. Kind of like all the little hairs poking out of my braids right now. Because I have so much hair that if I put oils in it, it just sucks it all up like a sponge. So yeah, a distraction. Let's move away from that and talk a little bit more about the Hawk Prince. And what the Hawk Prince is bringing in for the collective in the next 48 hours. We will say 48 to 72 hours, because where we are in the Midwest and East Coast area of the United States, it is still morning. It is still quite early in the day. The Hawk Prince, bringing into fruition a message coming to help us manifest our destiny. The Hawk Prince appears with good news. He flies into our lives to alert us that a message is coming to help us manifest our destinies. Expect a phone call, letter, email, conversation, or even a message from the cards, beloveds, to let us know the next step to take towards our greatest good, or to tell us that we've arrived at an important stage along our paths. So, we're going to go into the Woodland Wardens to do just that. Messages that let us know the next steps to take towards our greatest good. And remember, sharing it with others already came out. So here we are doing just that. Stay open and expect Spirit to speak to us and show us the way to our prosperity in all aspects of our lives. One more shuffle and we are going to go into the Woodland Wardens to discover what is coming into fruition pertaining to the next steps to take towards our greatest good and what to share with others. Oh, okay. That's quite a few cards. So it looks as though one pass is sufficient for these messages. We have one face up. The Finch and the Peach. Romance. Love is in the air. Oh, love is in the air. Love is in the air, oh, love is in the air. And it's ripe and ready for our pickings. Multiversal Soul Familia. Yes. The Finch. 36. In the upright, our vibrancy and charm have led us to a blossoming romance. Be open to and accepting of new loves, many delights. Whoa! Let's see if it'll focus. The first line in the description of this card is, love is in the air. Oh, love is in the air. Confirmation of what I just said intuitively. Love is in the air when the finch and peach appears. The peach, a sweetly scented, heart-shaped fruit, has long been associated with fertility, sexuality, and love, and the lively finch symbolizes exuberance, enthusiasm, and excitement. Ooh, chills. Yes. The inquiry is, how do I show others I love them? And do I feel safe and supported enough to be open to new love? It's in the cards, beloveds. It's in the cards. Love it. What's next? The eel and the iris. with safety in mind. 20:02 on the timer. This is a secure love coming in for the collective. Let's take a look at this angel number. Perhaps it may even be confirmation of what I just said without the guidebook. 20:02. Let's see. When it comes to love and relationships, 20:02 signifies balance and harmony. Okay, we're being guided to be the ones to create and be that balance. Whether it's friends, family, or a romantic partner, or even a romantic interest if you are single. Love is in the air, oh, oh, oh. Love is in the air. Yes, harmony and purpose. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Inner harmony and, like the iris, deep-seated trust, emphasizing the importance of believing in our capabilities and the cosmic support surrounding us, as well as a message of hope, a subtle reassurance that we are on the right track, urging us to stay positive and remain open to new directions. 20:02 underscores limitless potential, reminding us that our mindset can either fuel or hinder our soul's evolution. Cultivating self-love as a solid foundation before seeking romantic connections, as inner peace sets the tone for healthy future relationships. Trusting in divine timing, as the universe may be orchestrating meetings or experiences that align with our relationship goals. Let's take a look at this number. Okay. Love is in the air. Somewhere. What number is this? Oh, geesh. I was reading it incorrectly. Huh. I have myself stumped here. XL. In the upright, it's a good time to establish healthy boundaries. If others take offense, do not fret over their reaction. Stand firm in your power, like the iris. Together, the stealthy eel and the mighty iris indicate safety in our homes, relationships, and even our vocations. So, things are just looking good, and one confirmation after another. Up next, we have the bat and the hellbore. Intuitions are online, beloveds. Even in the dead of the night, our intuitions are online, in the astrals, and in real time. Continue to follow those intuitions. Listen to your gut. Listen to that BS meter, beloveds. The bat and the hellbore. Number 19. Number 19. In the upright, your instincts can be relied upon, no matter what anybody has to say about our intuitions. Curl inward like the hellbore, and as the blind bat trusts its hearing, trust in your intuition to guide you. And the inquiry is, how can we learn to trust our gut, and do we need to analyze a problem, or is the answer more immediate and instinctual? We shall see, because speaking of the astrals, we have the caiman and the poppy coming in next as number 20, representing dreams. Dreams. Be it romantic or any otherwise, love is in the air, as well as being guided to focus on mutual explorations through shared goals, hobbies, as well as spiritual pursuits. And the inquiry, what have I dreamt about recently, and how can I make my dreams a reality? In the upright, a dream of yours is about to come true. Stay still yet alert like the caiman, and at the right moment, seize your opportunity with relish. Exceptionally quiet and still, the caiman is an alligator-like reptile that spends much of its time in a trance-like state, rousing only to snare its prey. Likewise, the poppy is closely associated with sleep. Since ancient times, the powerful sedative opium has been derived from its seeds. Together, the caiman and the poppy tell us about our dreams, as well as more stillness and patience is what has just been placed on my heart. And with the right determination, we have coming in with the ram and the dahlia. Number L would be 40. I'm not sure. Nevertheless, we're taking a look. What am I most determined to accomplish, and when have I worked best alone, and when have I benefited from another's help? In the upright, it's stating that we have the power to accomplish our wildest dreams. While others may tire or lose interest, we are persistent and will see our ambitions through. Don't you know it? Oh, yes. The ram charges up the mountain with steady determination, removing any obstacles with its strong horns. So, in the next 48 to 72 hours, obstacles are going to be laid flat or simply removed. Called the Queen of the Autumn Garden, the dahlia is known for its persistence. It produces flowers in the summer and well into the fall, outlasting most other blooms. Beautiful. And the marten and the foxglove. Ooh, the foxglove came out yesterday with the seed and sickle. So the energy of the foxglove is still very much so in our orbit. So we are going to look at the foxglove in terms of that spiritual symbolism. It does say mischief on the card, but it's not our own. It's more like choosing healing over engaging with the mischief, as the flower symbolizes the ability to heal and the potential for harm due to its toxic properties. Often associated with fairies representing magic and enchantment, a symbol of creativity and vitality, also symbolizing love and fertility. Stateliness, reflecting its tall and elegant appearance. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. In its magical state, also representing security, which is already on the table in terms of safety. Immortality, and broadcasting messages clearly. Being clear on our needs, being clear on our boundaries, even if it's only with ourselves. But at this time, and for the next 48 to 72 hours, we are actually being guided to broadcast a bit more in terms of our needs and our boundaries. The foxglove is also, yet again, more romance and love in the air because it is associated with romance and love. Foxglove flowers, when carried, are said to attract a lover to the person, but also youthfulness with that stateliness. Magic, connection, productivity, cooperation, ambition, as well as creativity. So lots of love and romance and creativity is in the air. Oh, love is in the air. Creativity, love for what we do keeps that creativity in check, is what I just heard. All right, now that's enough from the Woodland Wardens. We are going to go into the Kipper for a bit more detail in terms of that love and creativity. And, of course, not only what is coming into fruition in the next 48 to 72 hours, but what it is that we are meant to be the broadcasters of. As it seems, we have been elected as the situational lead for this broadcasting. We shall see. What else is coming into light and into fruition? Occupation is neutralized, which means we will not have to work for it. As well as informing us that we already have all the tools and materials necessary to make our messages clear. Okay, expectation is also neutralized. Despair is also neutralized. And high honor is technically in reverse. So we're going to take a look at high honor, because what's being placed on my heart at this time is something that we are being called to bring into fruition and take action towards ourselves, to bring this high honor back into the upright. So what I'm getting is that it's up to us to, in terms of praise and reward, to turn that high honor card around on others. Remember, in the beginning, we were guided to remember that whatever it is coming in for us in terms of that love, safety, security, whatever's coming in through our astrals, so on and so forth, we are meant to share this with others as a promotion, like promoting them, praising them, showing a bit of honor and reverence to them, congratulating others on their achievements, especially those on a more social and professional level, like a 21 pew pew salute, beloveds. Like, it's okay to be a little bit extra in terms of praising others' high honor, others' achievements and accomplishments and rewards. High honor being turned in the upright by what? With the expectation card being neutralized, we're being guided to not have any specific set expectations and to just go with it. And with despair being neutralized, this is saying that it is not going to cause any concern or despair, and everyone involved is already well prepared for these messages coming in, as well as what we are being called to broadcast as the messengers at this time. Back into the Kipper. What is coming into the orbit or is already in the orbit? Distant horizons. Marriage. Main female. Okay, that's a full pass. Distant horizons. We're being guided to anchor in this love, because whether you are the main female or you are about to connect with your main female, There is this concern in terms of bad health, but it may not necessarily be literal. We are going to focus on the meaning of this card, as it is a reminder to rest and recover and do nothing except broadcast those messages that come through that spirit communication. Observe, pay attention, and basically reserve our energy for those divine messages and broadcasts coming in, which as of now, determination, intuition, safety, romance are all on the table for our well-being and with our well-being in mind. I just heard. All right, we're going to stop there with the Kipper, and we're going to go into the Hungarian Gypsy for some closing messages. What's coming into the orbit or is already in the orbit of the collective in the next 48 to 72 hours. That took no time at all. Good fortune. Good fortune. So this tells me that we're being guided to rest in order to avoid any people, places, things, and situations leading to that concern in terms of health. Which, just by seeing this card alone, look, the cornucopia of good fortune pouring out to us at this time. So as we are reaping the rewards, we are also utilizing these rewards to benefit others by offering them praise and so on and so forth for their milestones, their sincerity. And with that foxglove, improving our conversations with others. We will even be communicating with more clarity. 4334 on the timer. Let's take a look at that angel number before we continue. And this one is going to be more along the lines of manifestation and not love alone. But it will include love. Let's see. So an overall review of 4334 is what is being placed on my heart at this time. Balance, creativity, manifestation, and stability. So 4334 is confirmation of all the other cards on the table. And now that I really have your attention with that good fortune, we have marriage. Twice. And there is significance in that, as there is or will be good fortune coming in for the collective in terms of a divine union. Not necessarily a formal marriage, but a divine union. Commitment. Bonding. Union. Primarily, the focus is on bonding. So whether you are in your destined connection or not, you either soon will be, but nevertheless, or you are, or you will be, but nevertheless, there will be some deeper bonding occurring. Deeper bonding. But with the Loss card, this is telling me that there is something that we may have to let go of in order to fully receive that new love. With emphasis on the marriage, we're bringing that to the top of the spread, facing you. Distant horizons. Hope. Anchoring it in. Hope. No matter where you are in terms of your relationships, there is hope. There is hope. Believing in a positive outcome. All is possible through faith. All is possible through faith. Spirit, sweetheart. Typically representing the female, and interestingly enough, the main female is Spirit, sweetheart. The main female. So if you're looking for a female interest or you have one in mind, this is even more confirmation. But more than that, this card also represents the female seeker, that special lady, wife, or girlfriend. If you are a female, it represents you in the reading. So, marriage, on the distant horizons, which really just equates to sacred union for a main female who is also Spirit, sweetheart. Spirit, sweetheart just became, according to the cards and not my opinion, the star of the session. And the cards surrounding the sweetheart tell us what's going on currently. Well, spirit communication and paying attention, being that main female, resting when needed, divine unions, that the divine feminine is being called to anchor in. So, as the female in your story, you are the one being called to anchor in this bonding. And there's a lot of romance coming out in the cards. So for the majority of the collective, it is going to involve that. But it can also involve agape love for what you do and not just who. If you are a male, then the sweetheart is your special lady. Privileged lady didn't need to come out of the kipper. Source already knew she was going to show up in other ways. For those of you not currently seeking a love interest or considering a love interest or in your thoughts about a love interest, this could just be a good friend who is also a female, or even a sister. Yo. Love is in the air. Oh, love is in the air. If you don't shoot, you won't score. Double, double, double. As we went from 1 to 2 to 4. Knocking out, taking out any third parties involved. Boom. Because they are not the main sweetheart. Of course, I think I would be a little bit concerned if someone said to me, oh, but you're my main chick. You're my main gal. Like, you're my number one. I would be thinking, okay, well, who's your number 2, 3, and 4? And how many of them need to be shown to the door? Skeet, skeet. Scoot, scoot. Keep it pushing. Love is in the air. Indeed. Love is in the air. Affection. Positivity. The love of a person or a thing. But that's amore. That's amore. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a lot. So we're going to be zipping through these cards. Whatever it is, whoever it is, with falseness in reverse, this is someone who can be trusted. They can be trusted. We're bringing the spirit sweetheart up to the top as a significator. So falseness is in reverse, which means that they are the real deal. The truth. They can be trusted. You can be trusted. I did see sadness at the bottom of the deck a little bit ago, but I was guided not to share it until the right time, and this is the right time. Because someone in the collective has been lying to themselves about everything being okay, when in reality it hasn't been okay. And it could actually involve how do I put this? I'm hearing a connection that is just naturally fizzling out. Like there isn't any negativity, there isn't any lies or corruption or betrayal. And it's not like anyone involved is two-faced. It's just that relationship has naturally taken its course and is on its way out. And I'm saying it's on its way out because we have the death card as well with confirmation with that card. Saying farewell. Not necessarily death in its literal form, but a farewell. Something has been finalized or is being finalized. It's over. It's a cycle card. Saying goodbye. That cycle has come to an end. We have jumped off of that carousel, or you're about to. It's time to move on. Heading off in a different direction towards your gift. This could be gifts coming into not necessarily fruition, already in fruition, but now they're being brought to the surface. They're being broadcasted as we have been guided to be the ones to do so. With that last angel number, and this is confirmation after confirmation, where it kind of feels like the message is already coming full circle. So we can be a bit more brief on the rest of these cards. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is a lot of really good energy coming into our orbits in the next 48 to 72 hours, the loves. The gift. It can be a donation, an actual present, or some other form of contribution, rewards. But also, the gift represents giving and receiving. And I instantly heard equal reciprocity. And there will not be any jealousy in these connections because the jealousy card is in reverse. Perhaps there may be some jealousy about this connection coming into fruition, jealousy from others. But remember, we're not broadcasting that jealousy. We're being guided to broadcast what is coming in through that spirit communication and share it with others because of Gaia's garden and in the abundance. We're being guided to share it with others. And if they decide to respond with jealousy, well, that's their journey, not ours. And it would be a good time to let them know. Can't fit a castle in a carriage. Can't fit a castle in a carriage. With the journey card, beloveds, we are moving on towards greener pastures, and not in terms of the greener grass philosophy either. The grass is greener because where we're going, we water our own grass. And we're not trying to fit a castle inside of a carriage. If anything, we're dialing it back a bit. Whatever you can fit in a few bags, and whatever else can fit in the carriage. But remember, you have to fit in that carriage as well. So let's not overcrowd it. Think simplicity is what has just been placed on my heart. Think simplicity. Taking off, but also profiting in doing so. Even more self-discovery coming in for the collective in the next 48 to 72 hours, as well as progress. Evidence of it. A welcoming and harmonious change. Coming in like a thief in the night. But that is just there for the expression of it. It's going to come as a surprise for some of you. And then you will be spiritually led to broadcast it. So this is telling me that it is unbeknownst to you. And it's creeping up on you, but in a good way. Somebody is coming along to steal your heart, I just heard. Spirit, sweetheart. Love is in the air. And they're all up in their thoughts about it. Yes, beautiful. I love this for you guys. Yes. Also, a new study of some kind, or a new meditation, processing information as it comes in and creeps up on you. It's going to take a moment to process it, as most surprises do. Take a bit of a moment to process it. And I remember the last time that this happened for me, I wasn't ready for it. As a matter of fact, it came directly to my door and I wasn't even home. But through the security, I could hear them saying, "Answer your door. Just answer your door. No need to be afraid. Just answer your door." And I'm like, dude, I'm not even home. I'm not even home and you're telling me to answer the door. What is that? I guess they didn't believe me, but oh well. Perhaps it's time to circle the block. And that message is not for me. That message, oh, how funny. That message is for you. A message of good fortune. As good fortune is already on the table. It's already here somewhere. It's in these cards. It's in the cards, beloveds. It's in the cards. This is fantastic. A invitation, a surprise invitation from someone who has been all up in their thoughts about stealing your heart. If you don't shoot, you won't score. And this tells me that someone is already shooting for you. All up in their thoughts about it. Even getting spirit communication about it. Like this is it. This is it. This is the time. Or the time is near. The time is within reach and being anchored in as we speak. sacred unions being anchored in for spirits, sweetheart. Beautiful. And with the message card, even more confirmation of what I was saying a little bit ago about how it's important. It's an important message to come in the next 48 to 72 hours that upon our knowing and upon us moving past the processing of this surprise, we will be the one to convey and let others know from there about these changes. Ooh, whoa, so good, so good. Oh, wow. Okay. Anyway, 2 cards. Oh, and right behind the 2 cards that fell, we have misfortune, but it's in reverse. So that will be our closing message, along with fidelity and constancy. And I'm hearing everlasting faithfulness, constant loyalty, consistent loyalty. All the way around. Even as we're being called to rest. Wow. Let's put Spirit Sweetheart back up on the board. What a great message. And to draw this to a close, with the baby in reverse, this is telling me that this is something that has already been birthed in the astrals. It's already done. It's already done. And the misfortune is in reverse. So that is also great news when that particular card is upside down. So typically this would be a card of warning, but with it being in reverse, this is great news coming in, offering comfort. And as mentioned a little bit ago about the obstacles being flattened and cleared for us, this is confirmation. This is like the Tower card, but when it's in reverse, that means that the path is being cleared and has been cleared for us already. Our angels, ancestors, ascended master selves, our A-team has already been coming in to clear the debris. Beautiful. No concern whatsoever in terms of these divine connections, regardless of the dynamic, be it vocational or romance. There will not be any concern of a freak circumstance. And that is your message. I want to thank you so very much, Multiversal Soul Familia, for tuning in. with much gratitude and appreciation. From my heart chakra to yours, brightest of blessings.